good morning. Happy Monday, my friends. I'm so happy to see you guys coming on Facebook and enjoying the magical moments that so many of your teachers are preparing so that we can still connect to you. And on this rainy, cozy Monday, I thought I would sneak in my girls' fort. And they have been working really hard. Tori and Tegan have been working really hard to make this fort. We have lights and a sheet and all of our breakfast nook chairs, a blow-up air mattress, and a whole bunch of their things in here. They don't know I'm in here. They don't know I'm using their fort for my magical Monday moments. They're doing their schoolwork in the dining room, and here I am. So I thought I'd sneak in because this would be kind of cool, and maybe you can make a fort at home today. Oh no, oh no, oh. Oh, I guess they heard me. I guess they heard me in their fort. So, do you girls want to join me for this magical?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's
all right.
Okay. You can stay.
All right, we're back. Sorry, the phone was ringing. So here we are, and later in the week, you're going to be doing art with Miss Erica again. Last week, can anyone remember what did you do for art? Did you paint a rainbow? Right now, a lot of people are putting rainbows in their windows so they can spread joy, and if you're taking a walk in your neighborhood, you can look for those rainbows in your neighbor's windows. So if you have your rainbow from last week that you made with Miss Erica, why don't you put it in one of your windows? And if not, you can make a rainbow today. But we're gonna read a book called The Rainbow Rabbit. And I thought that would be a pretty cool book to read since last week you did rainbows, and since so many people in America right now are putting rainbows in their windows. So this is The Rainbow Rabbit. Let me get a little closer out of the tent. Okay.
I can't see.
Dear reader, one day as I looked into the sky, there appeared a most beautiful multicolor rainbow, whereupon I suddenly noticed an object gracefully sliding through a silvery cloud. Within this breathtaking rainbow, its form was an adorable rabbit. So sometimes rainbows or clouds can look like shapes. And they saw a rabbit in this one. His coat was reflecting the many colors of the lovely rainbow. I was so taken in when this cute rabbit came closer that all I could think of was, my, a precious rainbow rabbit. Thus, at this instant, I decided this shall be the rainbow rabbit, and I felt this must be shared with all children and adults throughout the world. Hence, from this day on, Rainbow Rabbit was given for all to enjoy. He will be a toy. He will romp through cartoons together with his cute as a button rainbow bunnies. He will be everywhere. He will be a storyteller. He will almost be a world symbol since he came from the heavens. He will even be known as a darling from outer space. Watch for the Rainbow Rabbit. And here's an even bigger picture on the cover. Hi guys. All right, let's see. There once was a village. I think it is still there, deep in the Lettuce Valley, next to Carrot Square. The village was a lovely place, but everyone complained. There never was a sunny day, for every day it rained. It rained and never stopped, and nothing could be done. The rabbits never knew the joy of playing in the sun. And I know today you did the weather with Miss Andrea in your morning meeting. That was cool, and her rain stick. But these poor rabbits, they've never played in the sun. All they know is rain, rain, rain. Although today's a nice, cozy, rainy day. The village had a king and queen, and every rabbit there was a different color, a sight beyond compare. Some were white, and some were black, and some were pink or blue, and some were even yellow. They came in every hue. But it's this rainbow village where the sun had never shone. There lived the saddest rainbow, who always played alone. He looked just like a rainbow, and he was not to blame. And that's how Rainbow Rabbit became this rabbit's name. All the rabbits teased him. He felt so bad he cried. Sometimes he felt so lonely. He didn't even want to play. Poor Rainbow Rabbit. He's so sad. Sometimes if you feel lonely, what should you do? Maybe go and ask someone to play with you, or cuddle up on somebody's lap and read a book.
Or color.
Or you could color, draw a picture. Idea! Go see the king. They called his name and ran away when he would come their way. And not a single rabbit would talk to him or play. He tried so hard to please them. He really did his best. But still they just ignored him because he wasn't like the rest. One day he got a bright idea. His brain began to ring. He'd go and tell his problems to the king. He walked up to the palace, and strange as this may sound, the king invited him to come into the palace grounds. He told the king his story and asked him for his aid. And the king said, "Yes, I'll help you. Come, don't be afraid." He took him to a great big room filled with tubs of paint. The king said, "Rainbow, step right in." But Rainbow thought he'd faint. What's that mean, faint? Pass out. He stepped into a tub of red, but then when he stepped out, his color was just like before. Still rainbow, without a doubt. He stepped into a tub of green. He thought this color fit. But out he came. He looked the same. He didn't change a bit. From blue to pink to black to gray, he tried each one, but strange. Nothing helped poor Rainbow Rabbit. There was no color change. The princess of the village by chance was walking by. She stopped and came right over when she heard Rainbow Rabbit cry. He told her of his problems and what the king had done. She took his hand and said, "Don't cry. Let's play and have some fun." Oh, she's being such a nice friend. She saw that he felt sad, so she went up to him to make him feel better. Isn't that nice? Do you do that if you see a friend that's sad? Do you go up to them and try to make them feel better or include them? And then the magic happened, for Rainbow learned to smile. His tears had stopped, the clouds had dropped, and the sun came out for a while. Wow, he feels good about himself, and now the rain stopped. Meanwhile, back at the palace, the queen was so dismayed. She had to finish up her plans for the coming Easter parade. The queen wanted someone different to lead the parade that year, but no one seemed to suit her, and the timing was coming near. She passed the word throughout all the land for everyone to hear. Please help me find a leader for the Easter parade this year. She looked and looked. Her hopes were getting less and less. That means she was feeling like it might not happen. She might not find someone. When Rainbow smiled and stopped the rain, the princess was surprised. She said, "I'll take you to the queen." For then she realized he was the only one to lead the parade with all his rainbow beauty. She told him he must do the job because it was his duty. She took him to the palace and told the queen his story. That when he smiled, he stopped the rain and the sun came out in glory. Isn't that amazing? Rainbow Rabbit made the rain stop. The queen was so excited and she called the whole town near and said that Rainbow Rabbit would lead the parade this year. They all began to cheer him. It was so good to hear. He smiled and up in the sun shone big and clear. What do you think was in the sun? What was shining big and clear? You think maybe a rainbow?
Maybe.
And then came Sunday morning. They arrived from near and far. And when the Easter parade began, Rainbow was the star. And everybody shouted. The crowd went almost wild. And he passed the princess. She threw a kiss. Can you blow a kiss? And smiled. And so now Rainbow Rabbit is happy without end, for every rabbit in the town has now become his friend. They all have learned this lesson, and we can all agree, no matter what your color, we can live in harmony. Look at all of the rabbits working together and playing together, and they're so happy. And Rainbow Rabbit led the Easter parade. Yay! Thank you, girls, for sharing your forts today.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. So last week was pretty cool, right? You did yoga with Miss Alexa, and you did art, your rainbows, with Miss Erica, which we talked about. And you did a special snack with Miss Tiffany, and science with Miss Melissa. And this week, we, Miss Linda and I, will be popping in and reading a couple stories and doing a couple activities just to add a few more magical moments to the week, because we really, really miss our kiddos. And Miss Tracey loves you. And I'm so happy to see so many of you on here. If you can, if you make a fort today, have mommy or daddy take a picture and put it in this thread. I would love to see everybody's forts. And if you hang your rainbow drawing up in your window, send us a picture of that too, because we definitely miss our kiddos. So have a great, great Monday.